Because y'all always saying, how is it like to be home time? Oh my God.
Come and say what was the way you do that. Yeah, so you gonna say it for me?
Welcome to my YouTube channel.
Hola, hello, hi, peace and blessings and much love given to you, you and all of you in the universe and out there. Positive energy. No, seriously, I've been working with children for 23 years.
Mom, come here.
Hold please, I'm summoned. So after working with children for many years, 2 decades, you starting to see the problems in the children that don't get no help. You start to see it manifest in their adult years. Now, I can't diagnose no one, or give them a clinical diagnosis, but I can pinpoint when something is just not right about a person. Say what? I can pinpoint that something is not right about a person. And it'd be interesting because I work with these little kids. You can see children that's emotionally unstable and can't regulate their feelings at 3, 4, and 5, but then when if they don't get no help within those younger years, they grow up to be emotionally unstable people. So I decided, let me go, pull an article up. And this article is talking about, I gotta finish writing my book. So I got an ebook coming out on Amazon. I just gotta upload the manuscript. I be working, I'm trying to be an entrepreneur. I really am. 4 behaviors of someone who is emotionally unstable. It reads, your emotions are very unstable and should never be the foundation for direction in your life, by Joyce Mead. Being emotionally unstable can be a sign of a greater issue within a person. Being emotionally unstable can mean a personality disorder such as borderline personality disorder. It can also be a sign of childhood trauma, depression, or anxiety disorder. The signs of an emotionally unstable person can vary. They may show signs of depression and anxiety while exhibiting a number of behaviors that can affect both them and the people around them. In counseling, directly as they may also have intense bouts of anger, anxiety, or depression that can last several hours or even days. Mood swings will vary between periods, and from manic self-confidence to severe anxiety and irritability. So if you know someone or suspect someone that you may love that may be emotionally unstable, it's very extremely important to recognize the signs so that you'll be better prepared to understand them and what they need. You'll also be prepared to support them without allowing their behaviors to personally affect you, which will be a negative, or to get them the help that they need to work through these behaviors. So number 1, they are more to impulsive action. Someone who is emotionally unstable may be more prone to act impulsively. Just do it without thinking. They may do things that can harm themselves or others without thinking it through all the way. For example, someone who is emotionally unstable may be more likely to drive their car extremely fast or drive under the influence of drugs or alcohol. Their impulsive actions are much more likely to be geared toward danger. They also may be more prone to impulse spending or gambling. They have very little self-control and may be entirely understood. They may not entirely understand delayed gratification, and doing these things make them feel good for a short period of time because they are unable to. And working with little children, there are children, like I said, that, like I was working with this little boy, very loving, affecting little boy. He has impulse controls, like he just do things without thinking, and he would do it just out of the blue, like go knock someone and then turn around and say sorry. So these children, these adults, these problems that these adults are having in their adult years probably were in them when they were children or younger teenagers and never got the proper help. They have anger issues. One of the biggest hallmarks of an emotionally unstable person is anger issues. An emotionally unstable person will often have issues controlling how they express their anger. They may snap back and forth between being perfectly pleasant and being extremely furious. They're not able to control their emotions in a healthy manner. While they may just as well be prone to outbursts of sadness or happiness, their anger is much more damaging. They may shout and scream when they are angry, or they may express their anger through violent actions. This doesn't always mean that they're physically harm the person that they're angry with, but they may slam doors or push objects. Sitting here thinking about this, little children, as an early childhood educator, is one of our jobs is to help the children regulate their emotions. If these emotions is not regulated, they grow up doing the same damn thing. Slamming doors, punching walls, breaking stuff when they're mad. Because I've seen this manifest in an adult. Neurologists claim that every time you resist acting on your anger, you're actually rewiring your brain to become calmer and more loving. I need to share that right there. I gotta text that to somebody. Number 2. So the first one was they have more impulsive actions. Number 2, they have anger issues. Number 3 will be on again, off again relationships. Someone who is emotionally unstable will have a hard time keeping their relationship stable as well. They may valley between feeling very affectionate towards a person and then feeling badly about them as well. Not only that, but they have a hard time keeping a stable relationship. They may start arguments and break up with their significant others only to want to get back together after a few hours. Relationships where you have to tread lightly each day you wake up, you are figuratively having to walk on eggshells because your partner or someone you know behaves or acts all too frequently with constellations of traits that are just simply toxic. So toxic that you have to be ever so careful around them lest they lash out at you. And they do so because they are emotionally unstable. Their romantic relationships aren't the only one that suffers. However, people who are emotionally unstable have difficulty maintaining any type of relationship. Their friendships can suffer as well as their relationship with their family members. They may be estranged from their families and friends because their relationship does suffer. And number 4, they have extreme reactions. Oh my gosh. Much like the anger issues, people who are emotionally unstable often have extreme reactions to situations that are either real or perceived. If they perceive that they are being wronged in some way, they may have a stronger reaction right away instead of finding out more about the situation. Their perception of the world may be cut off and they will react to that rather than the reality of the situation. One of the most common perceptions that can cause an extreme reaction as emotionally unstable people is perceived abandonment. If they feel like their family or friends are abandoning them, whether or not this is true, it can cause them to have an extremely negative reaction. And the final thoughts written, while people who suffer from emotional instability are often people who have suffered through some kind of trauma in their life. They have had trouble developing the tools they need to keep their emotions in line. Other times, people who are emotionally unstable can benefit from having a strong support system as well as therapy and sometimes medication. And a lot of times the adult that is emotionally unstable probably experience a lot of negativity in their lives as a child. I see it from time to time and little kids, and when you have been working with little kids for so long and you just you watch them grow and learn, but then you see a lot of these children with all these behavior issues, and a lot of time it comes from dysfunctional families. Maybe the father is in jail. Maybe the mother can't afford to take care of the children properly. Maybe the child's being sexually, emotionally, or physically abused. Maybe there's neglect. There's a lot of issues that go on within these families that has a negative impact on the child. And if the child doesn't get any help, they grow up to have problems in their adult health, in their adult life. Peace, blessings, and a whole lot of love. Please feel free to press the subscribe button. Stay tuned for more videos on my beliefs, my views, my opinions, and my personal experiences. God is Hadia.